get it, gal. 31. Here we go.
Today is another story time, and I want to talk about the misconceptions I had about going into teaching. A background, I did a teaching fellow, so probably like an 8-week training over the summer, and they just throw you in the classroom. And I'm in the South Bronx, in an alternative school where there's kids that have been in and out of jail, a lot of issues at home, so forth and so on, overaged, whatever the case may be. I'm black. This should be easy, right? I'm down. Wrong. Because, you're black does not mean they're just going to automatically respect you. Now, it takes time. They want to see, especially with that background, with them being through so much, and then they see teachers in and out the school each year, the retention rate is high. They have this notion that, teachers just here for the check. They're in and out. They don't want to deal with it. They don't want to deal with us. So you come into that situation, they are, oh, he's just another one that's going to be here for a year, in and out, just here for the check. So they're not opening up to me. They're just resisting, because they want to see if you're really here for them, and not just here just because it's a job and you get a paycheck and leave. So I had it was rough to get them to buy in, and once they buy in, then they're going to start producing something in the classroom and doing work, and they're going to want to perform for you. You want to get kids to the point where they don't want to disappoint you. And once you get them to that point, that's when you're going to start seeing results in the classroom. When they don't care, it's going to be really hard. So I never really had too much of a classroom management problem, but it was just more of me getting those kids over the hump, getting them to turn in a routine and turning in homework, preparing for an exam, a quiz, and just caring about their work. That's where, it's an ongoing struggle still. It's gotten better, but it's still an ongoing struggle. But I've been in a fight with a student my first year. I've got written up my second year, in an altercation, but I don't regret it because you gotta stand your ground. Would I do it the same way? No, I wouldn't. I found as the more years that I've taught, I've learned how to just control myself and not get to that point and isolate the student to a point where we can just talk one-on-one before it gets to that point. But I don't regret the point where you got to stand your ground. A lot of teachers are afraid to go back and stand their ground and stand on what they, on what they believe in, because there's so much rules in the DOE that's in favor of the student if it gets to that point. But you have to stand your ground. I love these kids, but I will not tolerate being disrespected. Like, I'm not going for it. You know what I'm saying? Just because, you're from the community don't mean they're going to respect you automatically. There's white teachers that black students love, black and brown students love, because they're there for them and they care. So it's not a color thing. It's, they just want to see that you care. And once they see that you care, things are going to be beautiful for you. Kids are going to want to, do well and not disappoint you and give 100% every day. Not every day, but most of the time. So tell me what you think about that. Comment below. And see you guys tomorrow.